Hi everyone, good evening to everyone here. How are you guys? Hope everyone's okay. And today's live 15 Thursday. Can't believe it, weekend's coming very soon. It's flying by, almost the end of Jan. Can't believe it. Anyway, for some of you who know me, my name is Orlando and nice to meet you. Today, we're going to be talking about weight training, questions and answers. The reason for that is because I've been asked, people text me questions, ask me questions about this and that, and I decided to do this subject, weight training questions and answers. So I've got about 20 questions from people, and I will try to do my best to answer all the questions here. And hey, it's important for us being in the 50s or over. You know how important it is to do weight training. So I don't know if you know, I've been streaming on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So my 3 platforms. And if you, in case you have missed one of the lives, you can just go to YouTube or my Facebook and watch the recording. Yeah. Also on my YouTube channel, you've got plenty of exercises there. I've done loads of exercises in the gym. So if you're not quite sure how to do this or that, for example, how to squat or how to do deadlifts or exercise for your back, for your chest, shoulders, biceps, triceps, just go to my YouTube channel there, subscribe to it. And just there is a bell there. You just press the bell, and whenever I'm posting videos, you'll be informed about it. Also, when I'm coming live, you will know because you get a notification. Yeah, so it's important you understand training is good, not just for me, but for everyone, not just for us in the 50s, or more than or 60s, but the ones in 20s, 30s, and 40s, they all need to do exercises. So, yeah, so again, questions people have asked me, and I've gathered all the questions together here for you today. So I try to do my best to explain these questions, and the exercise I try to make you understand exercises. I cannot perform the exercise, but I try to do my best. And why you're doing or you have to do these exercises. Okay. The first question here is a question: what's a good exercise to strengthen my upper chest? Okay. Let's divide by parts here. Your chest is divided in 3 different fibers: upper, middle, and lower fibers, right? So the question here is for how can I get my upper chest stronger? Yeah, how can I make look more prominent, more beautiful? So you can use actually 3 things. You can use a barbell, you can use dumbbells, and you can use the elastic bands. Okay, so I'd say if you're using a barbell, which is a long one, you can do the bench, but it's not the bench with it. I mean, you know, the bench being flat, it's inclined. So to do your upper chest, you need inclined bench press. So the bench is a little kind of in an angle. Yeah, it's a little bit inclined. So, and then you perform the movement for your upper chest. So you're not only getting to your upper fibers here, also you're getting your anterior delts, and as a second muscle, you're doing triceps, if you know what I mean. So your primary, you call in fitness, you say your primary muscle is your upper chest. Hi, Ludmila, how are you? I can see you. Thank you for being in. So that's for your upper chest. So you using your anterior delts as well, and your secondary muscle is your triceps. So what's the idea here? The idea is to stress your upper chest. So your second muscle, triceps, won't be stressed as will not be stressed as much because it is your second muscle. Yeah. So you never do, if you want to do chest, yeah, I'd say if you want to do triceps, you never do chest before. Yeah. So if you're going for triceps, you're going for triceps. Okay. So that's good. That's for your upper chest. We're not talking about middle or lower chest. There are different exercises, but if you do with the barbell, I'd say dumbbells, you can do as well on the bench. Your arms are on your side and you go up like that. Yeah. So you get the fibers there. Yeah. Also, you can do with the elastic bands. How do you do with elastic bands? If you're standing, let's say you are touched behind you, there is a door behind you, and you lift your arms like that. Always you bend a little bit your arm like this, lock it, and you go up and down. If you go up, you can feel your upper chest. Okay, that's the first question. Second one is, the second question is, someone asked me, can I work the whole body every day? So can I work the whole body every day? Are you trying to explain? I'm going to break it down a little bit. You can and you cannot. If you are a novice in training or a beginner in training, you have to work the whole body. You have to work the whole body. Let's put it this way. No, you don't need to do every day, yeah? Because you just started, or you're going to be too painful. And maybe like twice a week, or Monday and a Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? But you can work the whole body, because if you are a beginner, so you have to strengthen up the whole body, right? But how long should you do it? 3-4 weeks, about, because there's that kind of muscle memory. You have to understand the technique, the form, how to do the movements. It takes some time. I'm sure if you come in for the first time, I give you like 3 exercises for you to do it. When you come Wednesday and I ask you to perform, you make mistakes with the technique, 100% sure, unless you too special, but because you cannot absorb everything in your brain. So it takes some time for the memory to read the movement, okay? And then there's another thing, your breathing, because as you're doing the movement, your breathing is not there. Your breathing is a bit different, yeah? So the breathing, your breathing comes after, yeah? Now, if you have been training for a while, yeah, you're not doing the whole body, yeah? You're doing we call split training. So what's a split training? Split training is you do, for example, today, 2 muscle groups, and then you come back on Wednesday, you do like another 2 different muscle groups, or just 1. So the muscles, like supposing you did on Monday, the muscles you have worked on Monday, you're not touching on Wednesday, they are resting, yeah, and so on. And then if you're coming on Friday, you're doing different muscles. What I'm trying to say is, if you have been in training for some time, okay, so if you're a beginner, it's best if you do the whole body, yeah, light weights, And that's how it goes. You know, when I have a new client, and I always ask, have you trained before? Have you done any training before? No, I haven't. I have, but it's been a while. I have not been training. So yeah, you can go like for free, say 3-4 weeks, okay? And then you split the training. Makes more sense, does it? Okay. Okay, next question. And the next one is, how many days should I work out per week? How many days should I work out per week? Really, it depends in your pocket, because if you're doing personal training, it's gonna be a bit costly for you. But if you have a membership, if you pay monthly, yeah, it's gonna be always the same price. Yeah. Like myself, I train 4 or 5 times a week, 4 to 5 times a week. It depends, because I'm in the gym. That's my job, so that I have no excuses. I have to make it happen, and I love doing that. So, right, again, twice, 3 times a week. You have to have a look at your level. Again, if you're a beginner, you don't need to push too hard. But if you're kind of like an intermediate exerciser, 3 times, 4 times, no problem. You can even do 5 times, as long as you're not doing next day and next day the same muscle group. Yeah, otherwise your muscles will never grow the way you want. Yeah. Good. If you feel like asking any questions, just pop in the chat there, and yeah, let's see if I have any questions again. No, at the moment, but yeah, feel free to ask me any questions if you're in doubt. Okay, let's go for another question here. More or less, I have answered this question here. How many muscle groups to train per workout? Well, I train, if I'm doing 5 times a week, I just do 1 muscle group, and then I really push. The idea is, when you're doing a 1 or 2 muscle groups, you have to stress the muscle as much as you can. You cannot leave the gym without not feeling anything. You have to say to yourself, I can feel my muscles when I'm walking, when I'm twisting my body. So it's important for you to stress as much as you can your muscles. So you need, like, you have to be consistent with training. You keep pushing all the time. Okay, so I'd say up to 2 muscle groups per workout. No more than that. 3 muscle groups is, too many muscle groups, and then it is too much. It is too much. 1 or 2 muscle groups, as long as you do properly and you stress as much as you should your muscles. That's important. Okay. Another one is doing weight training. Will I get big? This is a question I get quite often in the gym. Doing weight training, will I get big? This is a myth. I've done, I think was like 3 weeks ago, I did this live about fitness myths. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you can watch this live there. It's a very good live, and tells you the myths in fitness. There are too many. You never ever get big. Doesn't matter if you are, when I say big, it's massive, like bodybuilders. Yeah. Never ever you get big unless you take something you shouldn't. You take an injection, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So you will have a nice body if you train properly, if you sleep, and if you have a good diet. It's not just training that will make you have a, well, nice body. No, it's not just training. You will, but you never get there where you want to. That's not your goal. Your goal is to have that kind of picture you envisage. Okay, so if you want to have a very good good lines in your body, you need a combination: very good sleep, spot on diet, and training. All these I call like a 3 pillars here. 1, 2, 3. If you don't have these, forget it. You need a good diet. You can go to the gym 4 times a week and work out for an hour and a half, and your diet is shambles. It's not good. Forget it. Okay. Good. Let me just have some water. Good. The next one is, I've got lost a bit here, my questions. Just one thing to point out. Yeah, when you see those guys, bodybuilders, yeah, they're massive. It's because they take something. They take something extra. Yeah, they shouldn't. I don't advise anyone to do it. That's my opinion. Okay. Another one. Can I mix weight training with cardiovascular? You cannot. It's not you cannot mix, but if you're doing weight training and then you're going for your cardiovascular, it could be a bit demanding for you, especially if you're not used to. I would say I would split these trainings. I'd come to the gym to do my weight training, and the next day, or if you come into the gym in the morning to do weight training, to lift weights, and if you have time to come in the afternoon or in the evening, you can do your cardiovascular, if you know what I mean. But after your weight training, it's going to be too tiring for you, okay? Or you come next day and do your cardiovascular. That's how I see it. I think that's best, because you're going to be feeling fresh, and you can do a great cardiovascular. Cardiovascular is important for your training, yeah? I don't like doing cardiovascular indoors in the gym. I'm more a guy who likes to go outside and go for a run, like I did on Tuesday for like 45 to 50 minutes, and I'm doing tomorrow again. So because of this, I'm stuck in the flat because of what's been going on. Yeah, because of the coronavirus. So I've been trying to run twice a week. Okay, so take this weight training, maybe in the morning, and cardiovascular in the afternoon or the next day. Okay, next one. I need to strengthen my hips. What's a good exercise for it? So you've got your hips, and supposing it's not painful, you don't have any problems in the hips, you just need strengthening in the hips. Yeah, I can tell you, there is a good exercise you can do it to strengthen up your hips, and one is deadlifts. Deadlifts, it's a very good exercise that works all that region there, your gluteus, and all those muscles surrounding your hips, yeah? Your hamstrings as well, yeah? They're at the back of your leg, of your upper leg. So not only your hips are working doing deadlifts, but also you're doing your core, because if you're standing and moving, you're doing your core stabilizers, okay? So deadlifts is a very good exercise to do it. And also squats. If you know how to do squats, that's wonderful. How are you doing, people? I hope everyone is okay. I hope, yeah, again, if you have any questions, just pop in the chat, and I try to do my best to answer these questions. Okay, next one here is, the question is, I have a bad posture. How can I fix it? Yeah, I see a lot of people coming into the gym, walking in a funny way. That means what? Bad posture. Because when you're walking, you want to puff up your chest up, and you're walking straight, yeah? And you walk straight. You see people walking like that, yeah? Shoulders hunched over. This is because maybe, I suppose, if you work in an office and you are behind a computer, you are like that, yeah? So you're putting too much pressure there, too much tension in your neck. So, and then you don't type like this, yeah? What's a good, the question is, someone's asking me, how can I fix it? You're gonna fix your shoulders. You're gonna have a better posture doing exercise for your chest, because what happens here? Your shoulders are pushed forward, right? They're like that. What happens here is your muscles in the chest, they have become lazy. In other words, the fibers, they have shortened a little bit, yeah? So doing chest, you opening up your chest again, right? It's not only doing exercise for your chest, yeah? You have to do exercise for your back as well. Especially for your upper back. You have to wake up those muscles that have been sleeping for some time, because they are there. What happened with those muscles? The muscles in the chest, they have shortened, and the muscles in the back, they have elongated. Yeah, you got it? So what you have to do is, you have to do exercise to strengthen up those muscles, and also exercise for your middle back as well, where you have your latissimus dorsi, yeah? So you have to do exercise for your middle back and upper back and chest. So don't ask me how long will you take. You take some time, but I'm sure in a month, 6-7 weeks, you know some difference there, because you're doing weights. Okay. Next one here is, can I just do cardiovascular instead of weights? Yeah, someone's asked me, can I just lift weights? Can I? Yeah, I think that's the question. Can I just do cardiovascular instead of weights? No. That's a simple answer. No. You, like me, because here I'm talking to people who are in the 50s. It's not just, that's my niche. I talk more to people in the 50s, because that's where my business is standing right now. But this is for everyone, yeah? Weight training is for everyone here. You have to, there is something what happens is, when you're in the 50s, you're losing what you call BMD, bone mineral density. You're losing density from your bones. If you're losing that, your bones, you become fragile, and they can break. If you have a fall, if you fall over, you can break your bones. So that's why, especially you in the 50s, you have to do weight training. There is no escape. You have to do it. If you don't do it, something will happen. You're gonna feel your body getting weaker and weaker. And doesn't matter if you don't like it. If you wanna live longer, if you wanna have like a good quality of life, longevity, you have to do it. If you don't do it, could happen something. And then remember, I've told you, you have to do it. And so if you like doing cardiovascular, it doesn't stop you from doing cardiovascular. Just do it. Just go and do it. And you can do, like I've explained before, on different days. But cardiovascular is important. Why? Because of your heart. It's a muscle there. So you have to condition your muscle there. It's heart, you know, your heart. It's a muscle, it's like your biceps. Yeah. So you have to do exercise for your heart. So you have to do cardiovascular, but not only cardiovascular. Okay. Okay, next one. What's the best exercise to osteoporosis? Yeah, osteoporosis. There is not a best exercise to osteoporosis. This is a natural thing that happens. Osteoporosis happens if you're not doing weight training. Yeah, I'll explain later a bit more, but there is not a specific, as long as I know, there is not a specific exercise to osteoporosis. What you have to do is you have to do weight training. You have to lift weights to be stronger, to avoid this to happen. Okay. Another question: how can I recover my knee after an operation? Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a live talking about this in more detail. But how do you recover? Once you clear, your doctor says, hey, you can do weight training to recover. Is a kind of physiotherapy. You can do a machine called leg extension, yeah, or leg press, yeah. And you have to be careful because remember, if you had an operation, you don't have movement in the joint not anymore, but it's a limited movement. So you have to do a lot of stretches. Okay, so leg extension, leg press, very good exercise to recover your knee. Good. Another one. I have arthritis. Can I train? Yeah, I've had clients with arthritis, and you can train. You just have to listen to your body when you're training. You're gonna be fine. There is no problem having a arthritis and not training, because the more you strengthening up your body, the better you're gonna feel. Okay. Another one is, hopefully I'll try to cover all the questions here. Another one is weight training good for high blood pressure? So is doing the weights, is it good for my blood pressure? Definitely, yes. Yeah. Again, I've had all sorts of clients and with a high blood pressure, low blood pressure, everything. And high blood pressure, if you have it, you should be doing weight training, because that's going to kind of control your blood pressure. And my client, I remember, he told me after a while you're doing the weights, because you have to keep going back to the doctor to see how everything is. And the doctor said, I don't know what's happened, but you don't need to take any pills anymore. So it's not take anymore. So not everyone. Now, I'm not saying it will happen this to everyone, but I remember he stopped taking the pills, which is great. You don't want to have like chemicals in your body. So blood pressure kinds of controls, yeah, the level of the blood pressure there. But back in the days, people used to say that weight training wasn't good for high blood pressure. So now it's opposite. It's very good. Let me have a sip. Okay. Next one. I have a very good question here. Someone asked me, what's the difference between osteopenia and osteoporosis? Do you understand osteopenia and osteoporosis? Basically, it's almost the same, yeah? But osteopenia comes before osteoporosis, right? Osteopenia is the same as 5 minutes ago, I was just talking about BMD, bone mineral density. Bone mineral density. What happens here? If you're losing mineral density from your bones, you're becoming fragile. Your bones are becoming weak. If you're not doing weight training, even worse, because something could happen. As I've mentioned before, you can have a break, your bones can break. So If you have osteopenia, is less dangerous than osteoporosis. Yeah, but the process is osteopenia and then osteoporosis. Okay, so what happens is, if you have osteopenia, it means like it's a kind of loss, it's a bone loss. You lose in density within your bone. You lose in mineral density. Losing that mineral density, it's not good at all. So if you have osteopenia, and it's more likely you break your leg than someone who doesn't have osteopenia, if you know what I mean, because your bones have less mineral density than someone who's normal. But if someone has osteoporosis, they are more likely to break a leg than someone who has osteopenia, if you know what I mean. Okay, so basically, summarizing here, osteopenia is kind of less dangerous than osteoporosis, right? Got it? Okay, so at the end of the day, you're losing mineral from your bones, which is not good. If you're losing mineral from your bones, it's a problem. So how do you combat this? Do weight training. You have to do weight training. Okay, so doing weight training, that's why you see like athletes, like footballers, people who play basketball, tennis, they all do weight training. Imagine if they were not doing weight training, what would happen? Let's say you get like two tennis players. One does weight training, the other one doesn't do it. Who's going to win it? That's obvious, the one who does weight training, because they are a lot stronger. They have a more active mind. They have like better reflexes and everything like that. So so bear in mind, you have to do weight training. Yeah. So hopefully you have understood the difference between one and the other, osteopenia and osteoporosis. Yeah. It's not good to have any of those, but better if you do weight training to try to avoid these problems. Okay. Next one. How can I develop a good and strong core? So people assume that to have a strong core and those like and the 6 packs, we say it's just like doing crunches and sit-up. It's not. It's crunch and sit-ups are part of your core. They are like 2 different exercises to strengthen up your core. What you have to, for example, if you do deadlifts, you're doing loads of core, because you're standing and you're lifting weights. When you're lifting weights, you're asking your core to work hard. If you're doing squats, you working your core. So it's not just, you see guys crazy in the gym doing loads of sit-ups and crunches every time. They never change. They never like a swap over. They never change it up a little bit. So what happens is your body will get accustomed to the same kinds of exercises day by day. And so you'll be strong, but not the way you want, because your body has already, your brain, let's say your brain has already memorized that kind of exercise, and your brain is telling you, hey, give me something else, give me another kind of exercise, because I'm used to doing only sit-ups and crunch. So you have to change it up a little bit. So you have to do all that different exercises for your core, yeah, to get stronger. It's not only sit-ups and crunches. Hopefully you understood that. The next one here is the next question is, he says, this guy asked me, how long does it take to develop a good shape? It's a very, it takes some time to develop a very good shape, yeah? You don't only develop a good shape doing exercises. Believe me, You can train like crazy, but if your diet is not that great, will not happen, I'm afraid. I'm 100% sure that won't happen if your diet's not great. You need a good diet to develop a great shape. And another thing I've told you is if you got like a 3 pillars to develop a very good body, you need to sleep well, you need to train well, and you need to diet well. If you one of these missing, there's something wrong. So you have to make sure, excuse me, you to develop a good shape, you need consistency in training. Yeah, you cannot like keep skipping your workouts. And the other two, sleep and diet, they have to walk along together. Yeah, side by side. Yeah. I know, I can tell you I've got good diet because I've been doing for many years. And I know sometimes I can eat a little bit more, but I know I train a lot. So I don't do all the time, now and then. But I've always had a good, very good diet. And I try to sleep for 7.5 to 8 hours per night. Okay. Another one. It says here, I don't like lifting weights. I know it's important for me. Would you recommend anything else I could do? Excuse me. If you, I know you don't like lifting weights and you are in the 50s, the answer is you should be lifting weights. There is no escape if you're in the 50s or even in the 40s. If you with me here since the beginning of this life, I've told you about BMD, bone mineral density. You're losing mineral density from your bones, and your bones are becoming fragile. So if you're losing that, it's a problem. Even if you don't like lifting weights, you have to do this. Yeah. If you have been watching my lives, I come like this. You have to do this, right? So do it. You have to lift your weights. Make sure you're always lifting weights. You don't need to be going to the gym every day. You know what I mean? Just go and do twice, once. As long as you lift some weight, you're gonna be fine, right? So, so I do recommend you. So this guy asked me, what would you recommend me instead of lifting weights? I want you to lift your weights. I want you, if you're in the 50s or over, like me, you have to lift your weights. No escape. Yeah. If you want to become stronger, and have a good quality of life, longevity, and other things like that related to that, you have to do this. Yeah. There is no escape at all. You have to do it. Okay. The next one, the last question here I have for you is, someone asked me again, doing the weights can make my heart stronger and more conditioned. Obviously, the more weights you're doing, the stronger you're getting. Your muscles, your bars, your thighs, your legs, your core, and your heart. You want your heart to be stronger and stronger. So the more you're exercising, the better for your heart. Believe me. And your resting time. When you're not doing any exercises at all, you're gonna feel like your heartbeat is nice. It's going in a nice way. Someone just asked me, what's the best exercise for gluteus? This is easy. I know. Hi, Sammy. How are you, Mike? Good to see you. For gluteus, the first one I did tell you, Sammy, I know you've got a great and strong gluteus because you do loads of deadlifts. So yeah, this is a very good question for your gluteus, for men and women. Deadlifts. Deadlifts are a very good exercise. Why? Because you're working, when your gluteus, you have like 3 layers. You have maximus, minimus, and intermedius. Yeah, so you've got 3 good layers there of these muscles there. So when you're doing deadlifts, you're strengthening up those muscles, your hamstrings, your quads, your core, and you're doing also. It's a very good compound exercise. So deadlifts and squats are very good exercise for you to have good gluteus. Okay, so basically, going back to my last question here. Yeah, yeah. If you do weights, you can make your heart stronger and more conditioned, and then you say, "Hey, I feel good." Okay. Wow. These are the questions people ask me, like 20 questions about weight training. And I'm so happy to see you guys here. Tomorrow I'm coming back again at 6 p.m. same time. And this is my third live this week. Tomorrow is going to be my number 4, live number 4. I can't remember this subject, but I'm going to be here at 6 p.m. for you. And hopefully I will see you. And I just appreciate you. If you want to ask me any questions, just send me to my whatever, you know. I've got my platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can go to my these channels and watch my exercises there. If you want to see, oh, I want to know how to do deadlifts, just go. It's a very short video of like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. I've got loads of exercise there. Okay, so thank you very much for being with us tonight here, and I'm coming back tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care, guys. Bye. Take care.